Hi, beautiful mamas. Today we are talking about what foods to eat and what foods not to eat now that you are preggo. So congratulations to you. I am Lavi Re, the Holistic Health Coach and preconception and postpartum doula. And today we're going to just dive right into what foods we should avoid once we become pregnant. So everybody has heard that you need to avoid mercury. So it is true, high levels of mercury have been connected to birth defects, but we're talking about extremely high levels of mercury. Some studies have shown that different amounts of mercury can affect your baby. So I just say, play it safe. Stay away from certain seafoods that have high levels of mercury, like mackerel, shark, swordfish, even tuna you want to avoid. Now there are some that you can have, like salmon and shrimp, but personally I'm plant-based, so I just avoid seafood altogether. Along with that, you want to go ahead and avoid alcohol. So my personal feeling is, why risk it? There are doctors that might say, yes, one glass of red wine might help induce labor, but why risk your unborn child? It's just 9 months. We know that there are things like fetal alcohol syndrome and other developmental issues that can result from consuming alcohol during pregnancy. So that is the second thing you want to avoid. The next thing you want to avoid, mama, is fried food. No matter what your cravings are shouting out to you, fried food, especially deep fried foods, are off limits. They can contribute to high cholesterol, which contributes to preeclampsia, and you just want to stay away from things that are generally unhealthy for you. So fried foods, like I said, are usually high in cholesterol. That can lead to a blockage of your arteries, and you being very vulnerable right now. Your body's going through a lot of changes, hormonal and otherwise. So you just want to steer clear of anything that is going to be harmful to you and your baby. So that includes fried foods, fast foods, and super overly processed foods. And the last two that I want to mention, which might sound really weird, are papaya and eggplant. Now, papaya has been shown to contribute to, it can cause birth defects in babies if and only if you are eating the unripe or semi-unripe version of papaya. So papaya has an enzyme in it that is actually in the latex of the papaya. And when it is unripe or semi-ripe, that quantity is very high and it could have detrimental effects to your baby. Now, when we talk about detrimental effects, we're not just talking about like one piece of papaya or 2 pieces of papaya. This is for my girls who love papaya or fruit salad like myself, and you may eat it kind of occasionally. So you want to just make sure that your papaya is ripe. Now, the last one, the eggplant, like I mentioned, studies have not shown that eggplant is bad for you when you're pregnant. Studies have shown that the soil that the eggplant is in can have toxins in it. And when you eat the eggplant, those toxins can be transferred through the placenta to your unborn baby. Now, why does it affect you when you're pregnant versus not pregnant? Well, there is the blood-brain barrier that you have to be concerned about when you're pregnant and when your baby is developing. So things that don't harm you, things that you've grown up with, that your body is accustomed to, may not be the same for your new developing little one inside your womb. So you want to be careful about as many things as possible. But here's the good news. There are some wonderful foods that you can eat, and I want to jump into that. But I don't want to forget one more thing, is unpasteurized or soft cheeses. That was the last thing on my list. Unpasteurized or soft cheeses, just like other raw items, can contain bacteria that pass through the blood-brain barrier of your baby. So some soft cheeses like brie, for instance, or even the Mexican cheeses that are made with unpasteurized milk, goat cheese, ricotta, those type of soft cheeses you want to avoid. Now let's get to the good stuff. What should you be eating? What should you be doing during these 9 months? Number one, up your water intake. If you are not drinking at least half of your body weight in water, start doing it. So get a water bottle that tells you how much you drank in the day. Get on the scale, find out how much you weigh, and you need to drink at least half that amount in water each day. And when you wake up in the morning, add the juice of a fresh squeezed lemon in there, and it'll help reduce inflammation and help you feel really good as your body is going through its changes. The second thing that you want to do is go ahead and start eating some of my favorite veggies like asparagus, spinach, avocado, and even throw in some beans for that folic acid, for that folate that is extremely necessary for your baby's brain and neurological development. Now, you want to go ahead and eat those things in the first 2 months of your pregnancy. So the moment you find out you're pregnant or while you're trying to become pregnant, start eating those things. In fact, start taking your prenatal vitamin right away, because studies do show that folic acid, which is in your prenatal vitamin, is better assimilated or more readily assimilated into your body than the folate that you'll get in food source. The next thing I want you to start doing is drinking your red raspberry leaf tea. I swore by red raspberry leaf tea while I was pregnant. I don't know how much I drank. You know, they tell you to start drinking it in the 3rd trimester. I started from day 1. As soon as I read that test, I was like, oh, okay, I need to start drinking this. It tones your uterus, and by my personal experience, my births were very quick. I had 2 boys, 3 hours in labor for both of them. Noon to 3 for my first one, and midnight to 3 a.m. for my second one. 2 very different birth experiences, but both very quick. And I attribute that to not only drinking red raspberry leaf tea, but walking a lot during my pregnancy. And the last thing I want to encourage you to start eating, drumroll please if you're not already eating it, is chia seeds. Chia seeds are so high in minerals, and they actually aid in digestion. So besides the calcium and the folic acid that I mentioned, we're looking at potassium, magnesium, and also chia seeds are high in fiber. And you really want this fiber because when you are pregnant, constipation can definitely be an issue in any trimester. Just being regular, being able to go to the restroom with ease is going to be a top priority, ladies. Trust me when I'm telling you this. So sprinkle your chia seeds on everything, put it in the blender in your smoothie. I can't encourage you enough to get enough fiber into your body. So those are my best recommendations for what to start eating and drinking right now in your first trimester of pregnancy. And if you need any assistance with your preconception nutrition, contact Pacifiers and Peaches Doula Company. Contact me, reach out. We would love to help you put together a plant-based plan to have a healthy pregnancy. Wishing you the best. See you later.